Hey, how's it going? Today, you and I are going to be unboxing the Typhur Sync Gold Dual wireless thermometer. Do you need this to level up your cooking game? Watch this video and find out. So you ready? Let's get into this. This video is part of a paid collaboration with Typhur Culinary. I agreed to do this collaboration with them under two stipulations. First, I'm free to voice any type of opinion I have on their products. And second, that I was going to be completely honest with my recommendations. We don't do tons of sponsorships because a lot of brands shy away from that. But Typhur didn't have any problem with that, and frankly, it shows how much confidence they have in their product line. Okay, this is the Typhur Sync Gold Dual wireless thermometer featuring Smart Base. And that is a mouthful. No special cutesy box or anything. That's okay though. You can see that this thing does have Bluetooth connectivity, and that makes sense because that's how it communicates with the probes. So let's get this thing open. Oops. And see what we got. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, what we got right here is the base station. Let's take this out of here. Looks like we got a rose gold color to this. The little side portions of here are metal, and this whole section on the front is black gloss plastic. We'll go ahead and take this part off right here. That's nice. I could have done without the piano black. It looks really nice, but these things tend to be a little bit of a fingerprint magnet. Not really that big a deal, especially since that's what everybody uses these days. Looking at the top here, you can see a 1 and a 2. These are the two probes. I'll just take one of these out for you right here. This thing right here goes into your meat. This probe has a stainless steel construction, and these little Typhur probes are pretty advanced. They read the temperature of your meat in 6 different locations on the probe, and that way you're supposed to get a much more accurate reading since it's taking that reading from multiple places. Those just slide in and out of here. You can see here is the other probe, identical to the first one. So obviously, this thing will allow you to monitor 2 different pieces of meat if you want, or you can put the 2 probes in different locations on the same piece of meat. For instance, if you were making a prime rib or something like that, you can monitor 2 different sections of it at once, just to make sure it's cooking evenly. Okay, down here, looks like we got a stand. Yeah. We'll just set this on the side here just for a moment. Okay, we got a USB cable right there. USB-C. It's about 1.5 feet long. Long enough because it's just basically a charging cable for this guy. Charging port right there on the side. This just goes in there like that. Other side goes and plugs into a wall unit or something. Usually I prefer that they include a charging block with these things, but it's become a normal thing now for them not to do that. I guess that's a good thing because it does save on trash and stuff like that, because most people have charging blocks, or nowadays they've got little wall chargers that have USB things on them. But I'm pretty old school, I admit. I kind of like it whenever they have those, just because a lot of times the different charging bases run at different voltages, so you don't always get super fast charging depending on what block you're using. But anyway, really not that big a deal at all. Okay, right here we got a couple of different things. We have a little certificate of calibration, and what that means is that they've tested this thing already for us. And by looking at the back, you can see the results of their testing. I've never really gotten a calibration card like this with anything before, and I do like it because it means they've at least given me something that they tested first. You'd be surprised how many things I've gotten in that were kind of broken out of the box. Anyway, set that aside. Okay, right here we have the user manual. Do we have anything else in the box? We do not. All right, so I'll get this out of the way along with my charging cable. And in your user manual, got a QR code to download the newest version of the manual just in case. You got some safety precautions. You got a diagram that shows all different parts, including the locations of the sensors. There's 5 internal sensors and 1 ambient sensor. A little readout of what the screen looks like, and some basic information about your probe in the smallest writing on planet Earth. I'm old and my eyes don't work, so all I see is little squiggly lines down there right now. when I read this kind of stuff, I end up having to use my camera and zooming in on it, so I get to feel even more old, don't I? Very interesting. Don't lose your book. You may need to reference back to this, and it's probably got some troubleshooting help in here, just in case you have a problem, and there it is. I can read that one word. Anyway, put this thing in a safe place. Just to get a couple of formalities out of the way, if you want to know how much this weighs, we're looking at 273 grams, so it's about a half a pound or so. And if you're looking at it, this is my Galaxy S24. So you can see it's about the size of your cell phone, maybe a little bit smaller depending on what you have. Now you can work this thing a couple of different ways. You can use these probes into your meat, and then you get all the information on this screen. And according to Typhur, this thing gets sub 1G connectivity through the Bluetooth. And what that means to you is that this base can get 3,000 or so feet away from these two probes, and it could still make a connection. What? That is pretty super far for this. Even for us, my studio here is in the very back of my property, and that puts it about 400 feet away from the back of the house. That would mean I would be able to take this into the house and still be able to read my probes from my front yard. So that's pretty good distance. You can do it that way, or you can do the method that I was thinking of, which is pairing this to an app on your phone and then sticking this on your wireless network. That means I would leave this in the studio, and that way I'd be able to check the temperature on my meat through the app on my phone anywhere where I have a cell phone signal. That means I can get miles and miles away if I wanted to, and I'd still be able to check my stuff. In any case, it's really nice to be able to do that, and it's also a feature that I don't really see too much on a lot of these other probes. In fact, the ones that I've happened to use typically lose their connection if you get a couple hundred feet away. And that can get really annoying if you're trying to monitor something that takes a long time to cook, like a turkey or something like that. All right, anyway, let's get this sucker turned on and see if it does work or not. We got English, Dutch, and French. I think we'll go English. Now we've got to install the app. I already have it on my phone, so we'll pull this up. There's my Typhur Sync oven that I already have. We're gonna add a device, and it's probably the Typhur Sync series. Hey, there it is right there. Nice. Okay, we got a confirmation here. There we go. And that was pretty easy. Okay, now we're gonna search for a Wi-Fi network. There we go. Let me add this onto the Wi-Fi. Okay, now this guy right here is on my Wi-Fi network. And then you're at the screen here where it's got this extra thing here to extend your warranty. So you get an extra 1.5 to 10 years, depending on what product you're registering here. Definitely if you get something like this, it's worth doing that. In the app, I can change some of the settings on this thing, like how long it takes before the screen sleeps, how bright the display is, and we can get alerts whenever we only got about 5 minutes left in a cook, and or whenever our food is finished. And now we're just here, which is a very easy thing to control. You can just select one probe or the other. You can see that both of these are in the base already. Some charging is going on the first probe. Up here you can see Bluetooth status, the fact that it's on the Wi-Fi, volume levels, and the battery level for this thing. So if I just pull this thing out of here, you can see right here that this is at 76.1 degrees. If I just grab this, it's probably gonna warm up on me. And you can see that going up pretty darn quick. Now if I take this other one out, I can set this over here. And then again, you can see this one's still going up because it's in my hand. That one's sitting there. The wonders of having two different probes. Genius. All right, now if I'm using the Typhur app, you can see that we get a little bit more information than we get on this little screen. I have probe number 1 on my hand. It's at 95 degrees. There it is right there. 94.9 showing right there. So it's lagging a little bit behind this, no big deal. And you can see the ambient temperature of the room is 84.4. That's not that hot, it's just that I'm covering this entire thing up. And also you can see the temperatures for the other probe right here. When you're talking about ambient and internal, that's really important because if you have something in an oven, then the internal would be the internal temperature of your meat, and the ambient temperature would be the temperature of the air around the meat, which would be the temperature of the oven, obviously. That comes in really handy because you can see if your oven isn't quite reaching the temperature that you set it to. And believe it or not, that is a pretty common thing to happen. Okay, I'm gonna put these back in here for now. And I'm going to show you something kind of cool here. In the app, we've got our Explore thing here where you can search all kinds of different recipes or whatever, which is kind of nice. And you got a little thing down in the corner that tells you which of their devices the recipe is designed for. But what I think is really cool is the Typhur AI. We'll go right there. I'm going to leave it on wireless thermometer. And the AI has got some different kinds of little recommended shortcuts you can do here. But watch this. Let's say I want to make prime rib. I got my wireless thermometer. I'm going to click on that. And I'm just going to say I want to make prime rib, cooked medium, and the meat is a 10-pound portion. Well, now this is going to generate exactly what I need to do to make that prime rib. And it's also going to give me steps. It's going to tell me all of the different ingredients I need and the measurements, how many people that selected piece of meat is going to feed, and how long it's going to take me to prep all of this stuff. This is freaking awesome, actually. I really, really like this Typhur app. It's one of the few apps that I've ever used with a small kitchen appliance that is actually useful. So anyway, you can see that there are steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I were to hit start, then it would start with step 1 and it would hold my hand through the entire process. That is pretty darn neat. Okay, now what we're gonna do is a quick little test. So I'm gonna take 2 nice pieces of steak here, and we're gonna cook one of these medium rare and one of these medium well. So probe 1 is gonna go into the medium rare steak right here. Just make sure you get it in there nice and straight. And then this one is gonna be our medium well. Now, if you look at the base unit over here, it's showing me the internal temperature for each of these pieces of meat. And I could just set up the cook through this, but if I do it through the base station, we're just gonna go by actual temperature. It looks like if I use the app, I got some more options. So we said that for number 1, we were gonna make this medium rare. So I'll set up a cook on that. It's gonna be beef. We're gonna go chuck. And it's already set to medium rare because that is the chef's choice. And now I'll just hit next. It's giving me an idea of how to insert the probe. Don't really need that. We'll just hit start. And now probe 1 is set up. So I can just go back here, go over to probe 2. We're gonna set up the cook for that. And we're gonna set everything else up the exact same way, except now we're gonna go medium well on that one. Man, it's funny, it's not asking me, are you sure you wanna cook this steak medium well? That was supposed to be funny, by the way. Anyway, we'll go ahead and start that up too. Now this is running on my app, and it's also running on the Typhur monitor over here. You can see right now that we got the ambient temperature down there, the target temperature for the inside of each of our steaks at 135 and 150, and the actual temperature of our cuts of meat right now. And we're gonna take our saute pan, turn on the burner, and we're gonna set this to medium heat. Also, we'll set the base unit right back here for you to see. And yes, I know I'm setting it right on a burner. This is induction, so it doesn't produce heat, so therefore, that thing is perfectly fine. However, if you're using radiant or gas, don't do that. Once we have our pan preheated, we'll throw in a little bit of oil, and we'll throw in our steaks. Now all we gotta do is wait. I'm gonna time lapse this until we get to the medium rare steak being done, and then we can cut that open and take a look. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. Okay, according to the app, our medium rare steak is done, so let's get this out of here. And you can see by the base station here that the target temperature is 135. It's gonna need to rest for about 3 minutes and then we'll be ready to eat that. And over here, we still need about 5 minutes on our mid-well steak. And after we've rested this for a few minutes, the app is telling us that this steak is done. So let's see how it looks. Remember, this is supposed to be medium rare. And this is a pretty thin cut of steak. And check this out. That looks like a pretty fantastic mid-rare. Only one way to be sure though, right? That's good. Excuse me while I eat this. Okay, according to our app, this steak is done. Now we just gotta let this one rest for 3 minutes as well. Okay, now that that's rested for a few minutes, you can see that our other steak is now ready. Let's pull out this probe and see what we got. This may actually be closer to well done than medium well. And if it is, I apologize, but that would be my fault, not Typhur's, if that's the case. Remember, we are looking for medium well. And what are we gonna get? That's a pretty darn good medium well right there. Just a tiny bit of color, no blood dripping out of it or anything. That's about as close to that as you can really get. And I guess we gotta taste it, just to make sure. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. I'd say pretty decent first impression. The Typhur Sync Gold Dual wireless thermometer really has some features that put it ahead of the competition. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be testing those features and putting this thing through the ringer. Once I've got enough information, I'll be back with a full product review. If you'd like a little bit more information about the Typhur Sync Gold, I do have affiliate links for it down in the description of the video. If you buy anything through those links, I do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay 1 cent. In addition to that, Typhur is also offering a 10% discount, and you'll be able to find that code down there next to the links. If you like this video and you like Typhur products, you might like this playlist right here that has all of the reviews and unboxings that I've made for all of their stuff. If you check that out, you just might find something else you like. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon. And until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.